Do 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 do. What up? It's your girl Shan. This is a cozy womb, episode 14. Prepare our girls for the world. Let's go. Preparing our girls for the world. What do I mean? I'm talking about, let's say, it's 2018, so let's be realistic. Kids know too much faster than when I knew too much. So I would say a lot of what we're going to talk about would be tell them ASAP. You know, if you don't have to worry about your kids, you're always going to worry as a parent or as a family member that cares about a child in your family. But if you prepare a young girl for what this world is like when you're not there to hold their hand, they're going to be better off. You know, if you tell your child how to properly cross a street or a busy intersection, they're going to be better off when it's their first time crossing by themselves, etc. Like, you're not about to throw your kid into the ocean without teaching them how to swim or teaching them what they have to do in order to survive in that deep water within a unlimited bottom. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be the guide, the flashlight, the one who's been there, done that. Let me tell you the do's and don'ts. We have to be that. I say women, but men can teach young girls this too. But it depends. Damn. No, it depends on what figure that male is coming from. So, like, I wouldn't listen to, like, my youngest brother about telling me the do's and don'ts as a female what to do. But I will probably listen to my oldest brother. Or I'll probably listen to one of my brothers that I looked at as a father figure since I was a kid, like a young girl. I'll probably listen to him over other males. But not every male can guide a young girl or a young teenager on how to be a smart leader in this world as a woman. It's hard. Like, women get looked down on a lot in our society today, unfortunately, even though women, I feel, do so many amazing things. And if we teach our girls leadership, how to be positive about what they want to do, how to stand up for themselves, how to speak politely, how to carry themselves in a room of strangers. Like, there's so many things we can be doing to help young girls become better women. We have to learn to talk to them about their bodies and male bodies so they're informed. I talk to my daughter about her body, and I tell her what she shouldn't do, what she shouldn't do in public, what anyone shouldn't do to her. I let her know, like, she's 4. But let's fast forward to, like, the 7, 8, 11, 12, 13-year-old that never had someone to sit there and tell them, you know, that they're beautiful and tell them the importance of keeping their body safe, or tell them the importance of sitting a certain way, or tell them the importance of not to do this with a man you don't know. Like, it's important, and a lot of young girls and teens aren't getting these conversations, and it blows my mind that people would rather see a young girl grow up into a woman and fail and fail and fail and fail before they offer to help. It doesn't have to be that way. Talk to girls about the uncomfortable stuff. The uncomfortable stuff like, did this person do this? Or do you know what sexual harassment is? Do you know what you should do if you're walking by yourself and a strange car pulls up next to you and a man is saying such and such and such? Do you know that you're not supposed to get into a car with strangers? Believe it or not, a young girl will spend her grade school years knowing she's not supposed to talk to strangers. She'll turn into a middle schooler, knows she's not supposed to talk to strangers. Then she'll get into her high school days, those teens where they think they know everything, and say, oh, I see this person all the time. They're just going to give me a ride, such and such. And they'll probably get in that car and ride with them. College, too. There's some ditzy girls in college, let me tell you. And they'll get into cars with strangers. So it's never enough that you can tell a girl that's becoming a woman and how you can guide them. Just tell them. And if they're annoyed to the point where I know, then cool. But don't get comfortable in thinking you can figure out things by yourself, or what it's like out here work-wise, where you may do the same job as another man and he makes twice as much as you do. Like, there's certain things we have to prepare our young women for. That way when they get out here, like, they're fearless. Like, there's nothing that they can't do. There's nothing that they're not prepared for. We have to do it. Don't tell them no or never do that without an explanation, because what that does for young girls is makes them more curious and makes them go out their way to do that thing that you don't want them to do. Like, stay away from not providing an explanation on why you gave a no, because they're going to see a different perspective and a different lens on why you're telling them a no. They're going to see why you're trying to protect them, because the reality is you already been through that as an adult that had these kids, and they're basically getting out here and experiencing it. I remember one of my brothers, he tried to warn me that I was going to get my heart broken by one of my exes. And I knew it in the back of my mind that day would come that I get my heart broken. But the way I felt about this person at that time, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I'm not here for it. I'm not trying to hear it. Whatever. That's what you think. This person's not like that. This is not going to happen. Moving on. It happened. And when I tell you, that type of heartbreak, a young woman, no matter how much you're going to hate to see her go through that for months or weeks, it's going to happen. So you have to let them go through that, because that, heartbreak helped me become a better person, helped me be more aware of my decisions, helped me be more aware of, my senses and my intuition as a woman of what I feel. And I'm more trusting of myself when I feel something is not right. I'm more trusting of myself when I feel like, I'm not trusting what this person said. Let me go ahead and, do what I feel like I should do at this time to protect myself. You have to let some of these young girls fall a little bit. Just be there to catch them. Be there to help them up. But if you don't let them fall or scuff a knee a little bit, they're never going to get why what you're saying is very important. Teach them lady etiquette. There's a lot of frowsy young girls walking around here, and I don't understand. Who is raising you? Who do you live with? And why don't you smell yourself? Teach them how to properly wash their face. Teach them the importance of extra showers as teens, because that body odor, ooh, is potent. You know what I'm saying? Teach them that sweat that they're sweating out, it smells. Teach them how to, file their nails, keep clean nails. Teach them the importance of self-grooming, like that mouth. Like, there shouldn't be no reason why I'm smelling your breath and it is 10 a.m. Did you or did you not brush your teeth? Do you or do you not know that mouthwash exists? Have you made a dentist appointment this year? Like, come on. Come on. As young women, as a mother or a sister or a cousin, go with them to their doctor's appointments when they're talking about their bodies. Go with them when they, have to get like their first pap smear. Go with them when they're talking about getting a test, like sexual disease test. Like, go with them and talk to them about that. Talk to them about how nasty a lot of this stuff is out here that they can get through sexual interactions. Talk to them about not sharing their water bottles with other kids at school. I don't care how thirsty your friend is. Get your own stuff. Mono, hello. Talk to them about that. Any type of body part going into the next body part or whatever hole you got, I don't care. It's some form of sex. Talk to them about that. I'm sorry, yes, you have a daughter and they're going to grow up and this thing is going to happen, but wouldn't you be more comfortable if you prepare them for it? I would. I am. I'm not going to act like my daughters are not going to do that before I think they're going to do it. I'm going to prepare them regardless, so they're not in the dark. And I feel like the more you prepare them, the more they're going to be more selective about what friends they keep, what boyfriends they have, what people they want to mentor them. Like, put them way ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? Be observant to like changes they're going through, because women, as young girls, we go through changes, boy. The boobies start popping up. I remember I was like, I want to say 11, 12, when my mom had to get me a training bra, and I'm just like, dog, no. Like, Lord, I had a conversation with you. I told you I did not want breasts. I didn't have any problem being a flat-chested girl, I promise you. No titties? I didn't have to have no titties. That means I don't have to have no bra for the rest of my life. That means I could save me an extra $30 every so often because I ain't gonna go get a bra because I'm gonna be flat-chested. Yes! Sign me up. But no, here I am with double D's. In high school, I want to say I was a 36C. Everybody loved that. And when I tell you, my nips were always showing since, I want to say since 7th grade, my nips would show. It doesn't matter what type of bra I wore. Padded bra, 2 shirts, you're going to see them. Maybe that's why I do really good at breastfeeding my children now. It's paying off. But yeah, like, I dealt with that. I never wanted boobs, and I end up with boobs. And my mom is a solid A cup. Okay? My dad's side of the family, they must have had some big boobies, because my G. But you have to prepare them for that. You know what I'm saying? If you see a young girl walking around and her bra strap is hanging down on her arm and she's wearing a shirt or a top, fix it for her. If you're walking around and you see a tag or a piece of thread hanging from the next woman's skirt, fix it for her. Like, don't be that person. Don't be that person that having a whole conversation with somebody that got a booger hanging out their nose and you don't say nothing. Be better. It doesn't make any sense. And you have to establish trust with young girls early so they come to you about their questions or things they don't know or problems they may have. Hair, like learn how to speak to young girls about combing their own hair properly, grooming themselves neatly before they leave the house, cleaning their ears, cleaning behind their ears.
Mommy,
listen to this one. Yes, Anya.
I need tissue paper.
Then go get tissue paper and go to your bed. That stuff. Using tissue instead of using your finger to clean your nose. Like stuff like that. Like if I catch Anya in public with her finger in her nose, I tell her, Anya, no, not here. You could do that in the car, or you could do that at home because we have tissue and it's private, but you don't do that in public. You know, these are things we teach them over time. Today in 2018, it's getting really, really unfortunate for these men out here. I'm talking about this Me Too thing about, you know, women being, oh yeah, that happened to me too, about sexual harassment or men pushing themselves up on women after. Oh my goodness. Get it off the table and go to your bed. It's not funny.
Oh, my phone.
Go to your bed. Do not come back out here.
I think
Anya, go. You see how she be trying me? You know? What was I saying? Yeah, this Me Too thing, like, teach your girls not to put themselves in a situation where they have to be alone with a man and not have someone to see where they're going or have their back if something goes wrong. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm uncomfortable with another male. And if I'm uncomfortable with another male, there's no reason for me to be alone in a room with them or apartment. I don't need to go back to your house. I'm straight. Like, teach them that. Teach them that their word has power. I don't have to cuss or be loud or yell my point across the room for it to make a point. Sorry, guys. I had to son Anya because she was trying me. She's trying to linger and stay up when she should be in her bed. Because when I get her up at 5 a.m. in the morning when I have to go to work, she's going to be salty. But anyway, you know, you have to stop avoiding and start preparing. Educate them so they're better off in life. You know, young girls need to know what it is to become the ultimate woman. And they can become the ultimate woman if there are no women there to teach them along the way. Get into whatever they're into, whatever they're interested in, and push them in that direction. Like, you have to feed them with the knowledge that they need, also the knowledge that they want for themselves. Be selective in the company you keep, because they're looking at the company you keep to be an example for the company they should keep. Be more selective in the people you date, if you date. Be more selective in the people you're in relationships with and how they talk to you, because that's going to be what they accept. How they treat you, what you accept, maybe what your child may accept for another person. So if it's not anything positive, just cut it out. Cut it out. You know, and teach them to not put anyone on a pedestal so they don't have to be disappointed. Because the worst thing that you can do is put someone up on a pedestal so much that you feel like they can do no wrong. And then the time that they do something wrong or they do something left that you wasn't expecting, you feel defeated. You feel like everything you thought was a lie. And it doesn't have to be like that. But we have to teach them the difference between the people who are here for them to be better, and that's good and bad people, and the people who, are supposed to be a part of your life for a short time, and you have to grow past it. We have to protect their hearts until they know how to protect their hearts. And it's hard, and you're going to want to feel like you got to fight the world off sometimes. And I know I have two beautiful girls, and they're going to turn into two beautiful women. And I just want to prepare them for what that comes with. That's going to come with, some fake friends. That's going to come with some males who have ill intentions. That's going to come with people bigging their heads up, where they may be told, oh, you don't have to do nothing, you're pretty, or you don't have to do this because your hair is this. I don't want that ever to be something they carry higher than their knowledge or their abilities. Like, it's okay to be pretty, but what can you do? Because as we age, we change. And looks are not forever. And you have to have something else to contribute to this world, to your craft, to your focus. And it can't all be based on looks. And I'm not saying models don't, get it when they get it and hit the runway when they hit their runway, okay? I majored in some fashion design, so I know. But I'm just saying that's not everything. And I never want, my girls to fall into that trap of colorism where, oh, you're light-skinned, so you pretty, so you're going to get this and this and this, so you should be able to do this and this and this. That's crap. That's so much crap. And that society pushing these stupid ideals on your kids. And it will happen, I hope, by the time that they're older. Society has seen past it. I mean, it's 2018 and we are still talking about the colors of people's skin and who has a right to say something about this and who has a right to say something about that. And the police still treat brown people, Hispanic people, Latino people like trash. And when they see someone of a brown skin tone, I'm sorry, but you're not Ethiopian to them. You're not Jamaican to them. You're not from Trinidad to them. You're not from Canada to them. You're not from wherever you are from, wherever your culture is, to them, you are black in America. You are a quote-unquote African American, whatever that means. That's why a lot, let me not venture off. Let me come back because that's a whole nother topic. That's some BS. But let me come back. Let's teach our girls the power of what we can do when we really focus in on the things that we want. So they can become goals. Teach them how to be a leader. You don't have to like what this girl likes, or you don't have to be a part of this group in order to get here. And when I went to school, there is no table at lunchtime that I couldn't sit next to. There is nobody in high school that I couldn't talk to. Even if I don't legit hang out with you majority of the day, if I'm not in class, I can still say hi to you. I can still have a conversation with you. And I purposely went out my way to do that. Even in the workplace, we don't have to be the best of friends, but I can have a conversation with any and everybody. And that's how you become a well-rounded person. That's how you have a bigger perspective on things and you're not so closed-minded. All your friends don't have to be from the block. All your friends don't have to go to the same school you go to. All the people that help guide you or give you some type of growth in life don't have to do the same things you do or how you do them. They don't have to be raised the same way you were raised. Like, we have to be open. We have to be culturally open to learning different things. And as a parent, if it involves you having to move in order for your child to get a better education, do that. Ari's sister, her parents have really been like on top of her about doing good in school and getting good grades. Right now she's in high school, but she's been taking like college courses and different tests in order to, push her further. That way she can graduate at 16. So she can get right into college and do the things that she wants to do. And she's very hands-on. She's very independent, and she has all this knowledge. And since day one, her dad has always been so excited and so proud about how much knowledge she has and how much she always talks and how much she just wants to go ahead and share. And I love that. I love when kids are excited about things that they're learning. And I think both of her parents have been doing a good job. And what they're doing, I want them to keep that up. The fact that she's a sister to my daughter too. And then, Anya's 4 and she's reading and, I'm teaching her other things. Like, there's no way that I don't think Ari will be like excelling academically. It's all about what you give your kids, what you feed your kids in their mind, what you feed your kids on their plates, what you feed your kids with your actions and your efforts. All of that is going into your child. So as little girls, it's better to push them as far as you can push them to excel and be great out here so they're better off. You can only excel at what you prepare for. And I think, that's very important to focus on. So let's prepare all of our girls. I don't care how they were raised or, where they come from. They do want your love. They do want to know that they're beautiful. They do want to know that they matter. They do want to be acknowledged, and just give them that. And if they want to talk and they don't want you to say anything, then don't say anything. Learn to listen. And not everything has to be a fight. And please teach them that not every invitation to a fight needs to be fought. Teach them their worth. Because most of the time, if any female is willing to fight another female that they do not know all that well, that tells me they don't have any self-worth. Because if somebody is very eager to fight, and my attitude towards it is like, why you want to fight? It tells me that they don't love themselves to know that they have a bigger worth. Or you have nothing to lose. And I'm not getting out of my car in 2018 to fight anybody when I have 2 kids and I have so much responsibility and I know they depend on me because I have a lot to lose. And there's a lot of women out here that are so ready to fight and throw hands with complete strangers. So ready to cut somebody. So ready to put their hands on another man or another woman. And I don't care, male or female. I'm raising my girls to know that you do not put your hands on anyone unless you're expecting them to put their hands on you. You do not put your hands on a man or a male or a boy unless you're expecting to get that hand back put on you. Because there's a lot of females around here that feel like they can put their hands on a male or a man and they're not going to hit them or they're not going to fight back. But come down to earth. A lot of these males aren't raised by their parents. A lot of these males are raised on a mentality of survival. And they don't care, man or woman, if you threaten them or they feel threatened, they're going to put their hands on you. And that's how we have to raise our girls. We don't need to keep raising them on, oh, that's a boy, he's not going to hit you because he knows better. Please. They maybe know better most of the time, but they don't care. A lot of these young kids today, they don't care. And when they don't care about what they do to other people, that just tells me they do not care about what they do to themselves. And there's nobody there that they feel is caring for them. Therefore, they just do things. And they don't think ahead to what that result is. You know, don't let this TV fool you. Don't be sitting there allowing your child to watch show after show after show, TV, sit on social media. Like, all of that is not healthy. Be aware of what pictures you're sending to the world through any social media. And I don't care what you say, somebody's screenshotting whatever picture you send, somebody's screenshotting whatever text you send. And just be more aware of what you say when you say it and how you present yourself. Do not send anyone any news that you don't want to see when you become the best at such and such. Or the president. Or the head of a company. Because history always comes back to bite you when it's negative. So if you send them booby pictures, be proud of that booby picture before you hit send. And I'm not saying kids should send it. I'm not saying young girls should send it. I'm just saying things like that, that's an adult decision. But if you're making that adult decision, please be aware. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, that booby picture may pop up. Make sure it's something proud to be proud about. If not, do not hit send. Just hit that delete button. You know what I'm saying? Don't even hit save in iCloud. Don't even hit send to Google storage. Delete it. And I can say this because I have sent some pictures to some people. And if they come back later on in life, when I'm head of my company, or when I'm on TV, or when I'm in an interview, I ain't said nothing I ain't proud about. Okay? But I'm just not telling young girls to send that because that's an adult decision. And me personally, I didn't feel like I was an ultimate adult until I was 25. Yeah, 25 is when it hit me. Everything else was like, yeah, I could do it myself. But I know if I slip up or if I fall, I got this person to catch me, or I got this person to catch me, or I got this place to be. I ain't got to do this all by myself. Now that I'm 30, I'm doing everything by myself with 2 kids. You know, like, yes, it's nice to have, you know, Ari's father help sometimes, but primarily, nobody's here to wake me up in the morning for work. Nobody's here to help me get the girls ready. Nobody's here to clean. Nobody's here to make me breakfast. Nobody's here to pack my stuff in the car. Nobody's here to remind me of the to-do list I have. Like, I have to do that. But I don't mind doing it because it's my responsibility. But we can't do everything for our young girls all the time because we're not teaching them how to be responsible for themselves. We're not teaching them independence. And if we want our young girls to be independent women one day, we have to let go. We have to let go and let them be great. And if you're a father, please teach your daughters and your nieces and your cousins about what it is to be a stand-up man. How a man is supposed to treat you. how a man giving you 3 words, I love you, really doesn't mean anything if the action isn't behind it. And if there's a repeated reflection of negativity, a repeated reflection of a lot of apologizing after you doing something spiteful or just not good for you, then that's a sign that you need to get out. That's a sign that you need to walk away and let that person be by themselves or be with somebody else. But your time is all you have as young women, as girls out here, and it's better to spend that wisely and teach them the benefits of having a small circle of friends versus a big circle of friends, because boy, less headaches, better funny moments, better times, and like a greater friendship. And it is possible to have best friends of the opposite sex and it just be best friends, and it doesn't have to be anything else. Like, there's so much that we could teach our girls. It's not even funny. But we have to start somewhere. And, you know, I did do an episode where I talked about our black boys in America. And this episode, I was creating it and I said, you know what? This is not about just our brown girls. This is about girls in general. And girls in general need all of our guidance, need all of our help. And I just want us to be more aware of that, because they're good and they're bad. It's just a reflection of what we have done and what we haven't done. And if you want our girls to be great, let's be great for them. All right, this is Cozy Womb. I gotta get up in 4 hours. Thank you guys for listening. Please leave a comment. It was a pleasure speaking about this topic because I have 2 girls and I am passionate about it. And you guys be good out here. Deuces, this is Shan. Cozy Womb. Peace.
A time of quiet reflection and inspired renewal awaits this winter at Biltmore. Now is the time to experience the grace and grandeur of America's largest home in a more personal and intimate way. A time to bundle up and explore 8,000 majestic acres of Blue Ridge mountain beauty and wander this magnificent estate as if it were your own private winter refuge. Or simply relax beside the fireplace, sip a warm beverage, and contemplate the possibilities for the year to come. It's the time to linger, dine, and indulge with locally sourced seasonal cuisine and award-winning wines. Then imagine yourself a guest of the Vanderbilts with a stay at one of our overnight properties. Come and enjoy our most peaceful season of the year and experience the restorative tranquility of winter at Biltmore. Plan your visit at Biltmore.com.